Opposition leader and legislator Job Sikhala, languishing in remand prison for over 300 days, escaped a jail sentence after he was convicted on obstruction of justice charges at the end of trial in one of his many cases before the courts. Magistrate Marewana Gofa convicted Sikhala after dismissing his alibi that he was in his rural home at the time the crime was committed. The Sakala family was, however, relieved after the court fined the legislator $600 and imposed a hanging 6-month jail sentence if he fails to pay the fine by Friday. In handing down the sentence, Gofa said the court took into account that Sakala was the sole breadwinner with 11 children and that he had been in remand prison for close to 11 months, therefore condemning him to a jail term would be unfair. Family spokesperson Freddy Masarirevu spoke to the press.
On behalf of the Sakala family, we are obviously relieved. We understand and appreciate that, he has been in custody for quite some time. But this sentence comes as a relief to the Sakala family. There is now a renewed sense of hope that perhaps in the meantime, he will be out soon. We are primarily happy that a custodial sentence was imposed, and our thinking is that this will probably have an effect with respect to the other offense of incitement to commit violence, and we are hoping as a family that sooner or later Honorable Sikhala will be back with his family. I'm sure you can see that his children are happy, the wife is temporarily relieved. So we are basically relieved that he has been given a fine, in as much as we would have wanted him to be acquitted because we believed that he had not committed any offense at all. We must be able to raise that, although I have to admit that it's a huge amount of money, considering that the wife is not gainfully employed. And obviously they have been having some financial problems here and there. But I think we should be able to raise the money required to pay the fine. We have to meet the deadline because we have no other options. We have to meet the deadlines. But I also believe that there are important stakeholders that are involved that have been assisting the Sakala family. And my hope and my prayer, given what the Sakala family has gone through, is that they will be able to come in, chip in, and also assist insofar as raising that money is concerned. But if that's not done, we will find ways to raise the money because we have to raise the money, although there's going to be an appeal. But we have to raise the money and pay the fine. The effect of this sentence, the status quo remains. Honorable Sakala will remain in prison on account of the other charge of incitement to commit public violence, which emanated from the same facts similar facts to the ones that were in the case of obstruction. So this does not change anything insofar as his liberty is concerned. He will still remain in prison, but we hope that this sentence will help us with respect to the other matter in some ways, because as a family we desperately need to have him released. I'm sure you have had submissions from the court. He is the sole breadwinner. Without him, there is no food on the table. So we are hoping that this sentence will, in a way, help us as a family, help the other case to ensure that he is also released.
Defense lawyer Harrison Cuomo expressed relief over the sentence, although the team was unhappy over the conviction. He told reporters the legal team will be appealing against both sentence and conviction at the High Court or the Supreme Court.
Things happened today. The first one, prior to us adjourning for lunch, was a conviction of Job on a charge of obstructing the course of justice. We came back in the afternoon for sentence, and sentence has just been passed by Magistrate Marewana Gofa. The effect of the sentence is that he has been given a 6-month wholly suspended prison term on condition that he pays a fine of American dollars $600 by the 5th of May 2023, failing which he shall be committed to prison for 6 months. We have instructions to file an appeal to the High Court. The accused person believes very strongly that he stands a better chance in the High Court. On review, a superior court might arrive at a different decision altogether.
How is he though, generally?
For those who are in court, I think you've seen him. He's in high spirits. He has been participating in the proceedings. As a lawyer, equally, he contributed substantially to the verdict that we have today. He still remains in custody on account of another matter, which substantially relates to the same set of facts in Nyatsime, relating the same mob, Blessing Ali, but the charge is different. It is a charge of incitement to commit public violence. So, to answer you in summation, upon payment of this fine, he shall not go home. He has to overcome that hurdle of the other charge of obstructing in the course of justice. The charge of incitement to commit public violence. Sorry about that.
Triple C Deputy Spokesperson Ostalos Gifts-Sizaba expressed disappointing at the ruling, which he said the party views as an infringement on the rights of the people. He said that the ruling was a clear denial of Sikala's constitutional rights.
No one is happy. We are not happy. Everyone is in a state of shock. But the shock is also so revealing about the role of the judiciary in our country. This is clear travesty of justice. It's a clear denial of one's constitutional rights. What is more shocking and so revealing is that the magistrate gives clarity that the police abandoned investigations based on the evidence they had and pursued the statements that was done by Honorable Sakala, something that we don't expect because we've always heard that the police is professional. Secondly, you hear that the magistrate says that she is impressed, she is happy about all the evidence from the state. This is a unique case. And secondly, the same magistrate who's impressed by the evidence from the state is also said she abandons all the evidence, rejects all the evidence from the evidence that is put for Sakala, which is so shocking. It shows persecution by prosecution. We reject it as a party. This happens as we're entering into the shadows of an election. Elections under unfair conditions where political leaders are persecuted. You know that most of our leaders are in and out of the courts for different concocted political charges, which shows and demonstrates beyond any doubt for all those who care to listen that we've got a problem in Zimbabwe, a political problem of politically induced judgment, politically motivated violence, judgment targeting those towards dissent. So the constitution has been suspended, the Bill of Rights is suspended under Mr. Mnangagwa. Thank you.
Sakala will remain in remand prison as he faces trial on other cases, which include inciting public violence, among other charges. Over the past few weeks, opposition leaders who include Fadzai Maheri and Jacob Ngarivume were convicted at the same courts as allegations of judicial capture continue to rock the nation. Reporting for HSTV News and Current Affairs, Atricia Gundu.